Hey guys, it's Chris, and this week on Movie Club Strikes Back, we're reviewing the 2012 movie, The New Guy. This week was a special pick for Movie Club because the movie was chosen actually by the film's star, DJ Qualls, who I know, and he's a great guy. And it also starred as the main character, Eliza Dushku, who you may remember as Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where she's absolutely badass, and we love her. This movie had a really crazy ensemble cast as well. A really young Zoe Deschanel was in it, and she looks really different without her fringe. Crazy. Also had like a huge amount of people and just popping up in little random cameo roles. I mean, you had Tony Hawk in it. Jerry O'Connell was in it with his twin brother Charlie, and they were hilarious. Henry Rollins was in it. Jermaine Dupri, Eddie Griffin. He actually had a pretty huge part in it. David Hasselhoff pops up and makes a random little cameo. Tony Hawk. Gene Simmons from Kiss even was in it. It was just kind of this huge, crazy cast of people that just randomly popped up in this movie. Really funny. So the movie centers around DJ Qualls' character, Dizzy Gillespie, and he is such a loser at his school, and I feel so bad for him. It actually breaks my heart, because he goes from worse than being a nothing on the school radar to just being the absolute butt of everyone's jokes, and ends up in prison overnight. And it's while he's there, he actually meets kind of the top dog in prison, who in his previous one was pretty much bottom bitch. And he kind of teaches him the secret on how to go from being bottom bitch to top dog. And I found it so interesting the way that they did it, and the fact of they're really juxtaposing high school and prison as being kind of two sides of the same coin. And in a way, they really are. Especially in terms of high school movie lore, high schools really are like prison. Little Dizzy Gillespie goes about getting himself expelled from school, which that in itself is just hilarious and fun to watch as he does it. And he goes and he sets himself up with a new image to enroll in the new school sort of across the other side of town, which has a really crazy structured high school social hierarchy system, which you kind of see in a lot of high school movies, but this one actually did it literally. And the fact of when people arrive at the school and go to walk up the hill towards the actual classrooms, you actually see people tiered in their social hierarchy setting, with like the jocks and the cheerleaders right at the very top of the social structure, which is kind of hilarious. So the whole movie is about Dizzy Gillespie's character basically reinventing himself by taking everything that he learned from all of the prisoners in prison. And it's so adorable the way all these crazy, supposedly hardened criminals band together to help this one poor guy. And they look at sort of putting together like a training program for him so that he can fully reinvent himself and just start the school, start at his new school as a completely different person. The thing that I really like about this movie is the way that so much of it really does echo in with real life, and the fact of it is a lot of it boils down to that first impression that you make, and it's how people are going to judge you. And high school really is kind of the worst for that at times. People are so judgmental. And so many people get bullied at high school that I think that's why it kind of echoed with me when I watched this movie. In terms of memorable quotes, I love this movie for it. They have so many good ones. Other than the fact I would love to be able to do crazy eyes at people and just like, and it's going to make people be all like, yo, crazy bitch, back away. There's just like all these little funny things like, if you break your dick, people remember. Or, of course, the best line, I think, from the movie is, who's the bitch now? I like that line. I use it a lot. One of the things that this movie shows is that the whole factor of being cool. And it's just that some people either mature or hit that level at different stages in life. And it's really unfortunate for the people that are at high school that are still going through that no boobs, gangly teenager, pimples, just not cool vibe, because high school is rough for a lot of people, and this movie kind of showcases both the best and the worst aspects of it. I do find kind of the only aspect of this movie that kind of annoys me a little bit is the way Disney does come together and sort of like bands the whole school together. And although we do see it from sort of the start of the football season, and it kind of accumulates at the end of the football season with him having brought everyone together, and the people that were normally the bullies and picking on others are all like, well, no, we don't tolerate that type of attitude here in this school. It still does seem like it would be such a short amount of time for a single person to like impart that type of change in a high school. But the sentiment that is there behind it is something that I absolutely love. I really love this movie. It's got so much heart behind it and so much humor, and it's humor that's done really well. There's some bits of it where you're like cringing and you're a bit like, oh my god, that's making me uncomfortable. And then just so much of it where you're just absolutely loving it. So for me, a total 2 thumbs up. I'm really glad that we got a chance to do this movie this week for Movie Club. I'm really glad that we picked it. So thanks, DJ. Yay. Thanks for starring in the movie as well. Be sure to type in hashtag Movie Club Strikes Back if you want to find all of our other reviews that we've done, or if you go to our group channel, we'll actually put together a playlist of everyone who does a review of the movie The New Guy. But thanks guys for subscribing to my channel, and I'm finally starting to get back into movie reviews. I've had a couple of really busy weeks, and so I'm massively behind, so you should hopefully be seeing a lot more reviews coming from me very soon. Okay guys, I'm outie, and I'll see you later. Bye!